Hello, everyone. Are we live? I believe we are live.
Yes, we are live.
Every indication shows that we are live.
All right.
Let me scoot over this way. Okay.
Okay, just wait for a moment to get
Okay.
some people on.
Yeah. Good to be three people have joined already. So it's good to be on with you guys tonight. Listen, whatever you do, go ahead and start sharing now. Share this with your friends. Share this with your family, whomever. Even share it with your enemies if you have any.
Just share it on your timeline.
Share it on your timeline. It's going to help everybody, all right? So please start sharing and start inviting people.
Okay, we'll see Aletha.
Okay, Aletha. Hello. Dwayne Holmes, all the way from Omaha, Nebraska.
Hello.
Hello.
I opened it up to some guys tonight. Thanks for being brave enough to tune in.
Yeah, Dexter's back. Dexter's back. Hey, Kalia, how are you?
Back. Hi, Kalia.
In OKC. Good to see you.
All right, you all, if you can
You all
share.
continue to share, please. And listen, if you're going to be a part of this forum, Jeanette and I need you to talk back to us. So we want to see likes and hearts on our screen. We want to see you typing in notes. We like interaction. Interaction does not just help us and the people who are online with you. Hello, Kimberly. But also, interaction helps people who are going to come back and see this archive on social media, and it will make them more apt to stop and watch the full broadcast because they see, oh wow, this must be really, really good because there's a lot of interaction going on. So hearts, likes, thumbs up, and talk back to us in the message box there. All right. Well, let's get right into this, sweetheart.
Okay, so tonight we are going to be talking about our personal best practices. We're calling it his and her. His and her meaning best practices, his best practices as it relates to me, and my best practices as it relates to him. And how the things we do, the best practices. Notice we're saying the best practices.
The best practices,
we could also
right.
talk about the worst practices. What we do to drive each other bananas because this.
But we're not talking about that tonight.
Because the Howards are in no shape, form, or fashion perfect.
We're not perfect.
And
I think that's what makes us so good together.
Well,
is that we realize we're very aware of our imperfections.
Yeah.
And we accept each other's imperfections.
Yeah, but we're just striving to get better.
Yeah.
But some of the best practices, and this came up in my mind all week long since we began this platform of A House United, helping families to work and win together. Of course, it's opened up a lot of conversations, people reaching out with very real issues and just opening up about their marriage and desires for their marriage, struggles in their marriage. It's exactly what we wanted and exactly what we expected. So I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot all week. And so one person said to me a few days ago, she said, she calls me Pastor Jeanette because she's a member of our church. She said, Pastor Jeanette, my husband and I have never seen a functional marriage.
Wow.
Neither one of them came from a functional family.
Neither one of us did either.
And neither one of us did either. And so they had never seen it. And she said to me, you all are the only model that we have. And the weight of that moment just hit me.
Wow.
That some people have never seen what a functional a healthy marriage looks like.
Yeah.
And y'all know I use that term healthy because we're doing away with that term happy.
Yeah.
Because
healthy.
I think we've made an idol out of a happy marriage. And so people, if you think every day is going to be a happy day or every season is going to be a happy season in your marriage, it makes you give up too quickly.
Right.
Because you're worshiping an idol that's not even real.
Yeah.
You can have some happy moments and just, but I think often it's a healthy marriage. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's the whole healthy marriage. She had never seen it. Just had never seen it. And our marriage and family was the only healthy, functional, vibrant, happy family she had ever seen.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, how powerful that is. And so what I realized is people can't even do something that they don't know how to do. They've never seen. You got to see it first.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. Yeah.
You got to see it first. And so I thought today, since I knew I'd have my sidekick back with me, I thought we would just open up a little bit more and share with you all what our personal best practices are. You know, we don't just wake up every day. We didn't just cross the threshold 23 years ago and everything was just perfect.
Right.
And we were happy and got this great life. It was in no shape, form, or fashion that way.
No.
And but there are some things I think that we practice that really has helped to create the marriage and the family that we now enjoy.
Yeah.
It is because we're not special.
I think we worked our way into a groove.
Yeah, but it's what we do with each other, right?
Yeah. Well, and these some of our practices became practices from mistakes that we've made. And so some of the things that we have learned to make best practices, those best practices came from a lot of mistakes. At least I will speak for myself. A lot of mistakes that I made, and I learned to do it differently.
You don't know what I'm going to say about you, though.
Okay, all right.
So you don't even know. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to ask him, because this is best practices. He's going to tell me what my best practices are with him. What are those things that I do and that have made you a better person, a happier person, happy in your marriage, and made our family a better place. You tell me. You tell the people. You tell the people what I do. I don't know what he's
and
going to say.
And you're going to listen in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, y'all ready to take notes? So what I have observed as some of my wife's best practices that I like and that help me, that really, really help me is, number one, she keeps herself groomed, and I know that sounds funny. I know that sounds strange for a woman, but trust me, trust me.
Let me go smell my breath.
And really, more than groomed, my wife takes good care of herself, just in terms of beauty. She always keeps herself beautiful. I don't know if you do that for me. Do you do that for me? Or
sure, I do.
I feel like it's for me.
I don't think it's, why would you? I personally think it's a disservice. It's dishonor. I mean, this is how I say it. I want you to love me unconditionally, but I don't want you to have to love me unconditionally.
Right, exactly. The same here.
You see what I'm saying? Same here. I would hope that I can be a pleasure.
That's right, yeah.
To you. So I really do. That's just true.
So type that in the note section. Is ladies type that in the note section. Is beauty matters to a man? Yes, it does. Now, I'm not saying that you have to look like Janet Jackson or anything like that, or one of my childhood crushes was Halle Berry. Halle Berry. So
I do not look like Halle
I'm not
Berry.
saying you have to be Halle Berry, but beauty does matter to a man.
Okay, good.
Keeping your nails done. My wife, she always has to make sure that her nails, even if she don't have those fake nails on.
I didn't know that you noticed, man.
She still makes sure that her nails are groomed well and don't have a lot of dirt up underneath her cuticle. It just, man, that type of thing. I don't know about other men, but that matters to me, and that helps me. That helps me.
Ladies, y'all hearing it from the man, a man himself. We've been talking about these men.
That helps me. It really does.
Wow.
And she gets her hair done, and that really helps me. I probably don't comment about it like I should, but it does help me, and I do notice.
I have never heard this.
And I do notice. Also, sweetheart, you try not to disrespect me in front of others. Now,
wow.
for 23 years, that has mattered quite a bit to me.
Woo.
That has really that's very high on my totem pole of values.
Respect.
Respect. Put some respect on my name.
I told y'all last week, lady.
Put some respect on it. And I can tell that my wife really works hard to do that. And I hope you all are sharing this. I hope you're sharing this with your friends. Share this, and invite people. We need more people to join us. And so they're only going to join if you invite. If you invite, they will join. And so put on their respect matters. Respect matters.
Wow.
It really does. Another thing that I noticed and that I've observed about my wife, her best practices is that she's always trying to make a brother look good. She's always trying to make a brother look good. Make a brother look good. I would put that in the chat section there. Making a brother look good is important. It really is. I don't know. We just had this conversation earlier. Do you try to make me look good because I represent both of us? She says, no, I try to. I mean, she's very serious about it too. She says, no, I try to make you look good because I want you to look good. Yeah. My wife genuinely cares about this brother.
I want to see you be your best.
She want to see me be my best. And you know what? She even goes almost borderline.
Get on your nerves.
Irksome, get on my last nerve. But no, I understand what that's all about. She wants me to be my best self because she knows that it's going to make me feel better about myself. If I'm my best self, if I'm my most excellent self, she's always pushing me. She's always encouraging me. She's always helping a brother. She don't just want me to be my best. She helps me to be my best. And that really matters to a brother, is who's helping him. Who's helping him? You can tell me to do something, but what are you doing to help me? So I really, really appreciate that about you, sweetheart. And then also she forgives quickly. That's probably one of her best practices next to praying. She forgives quickly because I make a lot of mistakes. A brother need a lot of forgiveness, a whole lot of forgiveness.
You're not that bad.
And she makes our home now. You know what? This is essential for me, being a very busy person, traveling all around the world. When I come home, I need solace. I need solitude. I need peace. I need beauty. And my wife, I watch her as she painstakingly try to make our home a sanctuary. Our home is beautiful. It's a beautiful home because she makes it that way. Your home can be beautiful. It don't matter how big or small your home is. That's not what makes a beautiful home. This home probably is not as big as the home we had in Arkansas. But my wife, whatever you give her, one of her best practices is she's going to take it and she's going to make it an absolute sanctuary for her family. For not just me, but for our children, for us. Beauty matters to creativity.
Yeah.
You can create when there's beauty. So beauty matters to me. I can relax where there's beauty. So she literally makes this home a sanctuary. And I really appreciate that. And then lastly, she prays. She is a praying woman. I was going to say something that probably would have sounded disrespectful. Matter of fact, I'm going to say it anyway because she understands. She's a praying fool. This woman prays. I'm telling you.
Fool.
No, you're not a fool.
I know what you mean.
But every morning,
I'm not a fool.
One thing I can always depend upon is that my wife is somewhere in this house praying. And that really, I'm gonna get a little country on you guys. Have y'all ever heard this saying? That really helped me. That really helped me.
That helps
that really helps me. That really helps me. It helps me because, number one, I have a personal relationship with God as well. But it helps me and it encourages me and it inspires me to know that somebody is praying and covering our family as well as me. But even if I don't, somebody is. And that really helps me. So I'm going to shut up so I can be a little side listener and hear what you have observed my best practices to be.
Well, you have more than me. So I've got a few, but they really mean a whole lot to me. I was thinking about this morning in my quiet time upstairs. And got a little choked up.
Hey, Tanika.
Hey,
Tanika Clinton.
Miss Funderburg.
Yeah.
And so I got a little choked up this morning when I was thinking about, what are your best practices? You got so many. I didn't want to say, I could say surface.
Say them all. No. Just say them all.
I know I could say surface stuff. So I'm going to say surface stuff like the fact. So we're talking about this grooming thing. Well, surface beauty is surface.
Okay.
You said it because I keep myself looking good. But that's the same thing for you. My husband is famous for smelling good.
Matter of fact, our assistant the other day said,
my husband
walked, Pastor, you smell good.
Walked in the office and she said, "Oh, Pastor, you smell good." I said, "You better back off my man." I'm joking, but he's notorious. He's not notorious, but he's famous, known for his grooming, smelling good, looking good. If you watch one of our episodes, go online and watch one of our episodes of A House United about sexless. We got a little clip in there about his routine. Anyway, but he's that really that's really important, that he's groomed, he's well groomed. That keeps, I think the embers burning between us because we take care of ourselves.
Absolutely.
We take care of our grooming, and that's really important.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that would be so, but that's really important, y'all.
That's really
your
important.
marriage is really about romance and a love and an attraction for each other, and don't lose that.
Please,
you have
don't
to do
lose
whatever
that.
It takes to maintain that. And so
don't let the fire go out.
Yeah. And so it's simple, but I'm seeing now that's got some weight to it from this conversation.
Absolutely.
And then, but maybe a little bit weightier than that would be really important to me. And I don't want to get choked up, but my husband provides a sense of safety for me. That I think every woman she needs. And I feel safe with him. And I didn't know that was so important to me until I started crying this morning. When I was thinking about it, I started crying. And I was afraid to get on here tonight and talk about this because I'm thinking I'm going to start crying in front of people. But it's just so true, is that his presence provides me with safety. I know he is not God. I know my husband is not God. I don't worship him as God. Only God is God. He's a human. But when he's around, I feel safe like God is around. Because he protects me so well. In 23 years, he has never in the slightest, I have never even felt like he thought about raising a hand to hit me. He has never, ever done anything that would even resemble the thought of abuse of me.
Yeah.
And he's just protector. And I feel safe. There's certain
Can we get some hearts for making a sister feel safe?
I feel safe. And I know this is Domestic Abuse Awareness Month.
Yeah.
And so many women are talking about how they suffer from domestic abuse. And I dealt with it as a child growing up in a home where that happened. I honor my parents deeply, but then in my younger years, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
And so the fact that I can say that my husband has made me just feel safe, I see somebody says produces security and healing. I think the safety that I have felt with you has healed.
How, you have pet names for your spouse, and one of her pet names for me is Daddy. She calls me Daddy. And when she don't call me Daddy, I think she's mad at me or something because she called me Dexter.
When I say Dexter,
or she wants to talk some business when she says Dexter. But yeah, that's probably more than likely where that comes from.
Yeah.
It's gonna reestablish. All right, you guys, we're back.
So that safety factor is really so important to me. Another thing, his best practice with me, and honestly, this is something he grew into as he's matured, into I won't tell your age, into a mature man, very seasoned man, is he lays his life down for me, and he lays his life down for these girls. And I mean, he will go to the nth degree to come to our rescue, to come to my rescue, to come to the girls' rescue, to get whatever it is we need, whenever we need it, however we need it. You don't even know this, but it was maybe a couple of weeks ago, we were eating out as a family. We were eating dinner. We ordered an appetizer, and we got a big family. And we all were really hungry. I don't know what episode, what day, when this was, because we eat out all the time. But we were like ravenous, starving. Everybody was at the table like, oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, I'm so hungry. And I know my husband, he's the big guy. He's always hungry. He's hungrier than all of us all the time. But anyway, we ordered an appetizer, and there was only like one piece left. And he would not eat it. He wouldn't eat the one piece that was left, because in his mind, I knew why he did it. He wouldn't touch it. Is that everybody else, he makes sure that everybody else gets what they need. If anybody's going to be at the table hungry, it's going to be him. And that's what a man's supposed to do. And I just noticed it. I didn't say anything, but I noticed that about him. There's no way he was going to eat that last piece. There was just no way he was going to eat it, because he's the man at the table, and his job is to feed. And if anybody was going to be hungry, it wasn't going to be me or the girls. And so I might have ate it. No, I mean, I probably just waited and said, well, I eat it. But I knew why he didn't eat it, because he's a man of principle like that. Those are principles. Another reason why this best practice with me, he is 100% consistent with what he says he believes. He acts that out, and he's consistent, and I appreciate that. I can be a little flighty and all over the map. This brother right here is like old man river. He is consistent, and he's not hasty. He doesn't use words hastily. He doesn't make decisions hastily. He's not led or moved by his emotions. As a woman, I am incredibly emotional, and and he's emotional. Of course, all human beings have emotions, but he's not led by them. He doesn't make decisions out of them. He doesn't, act out of them.
Yeah.
Often. I mean, he's a man. He gets angry, and you can feel his anger, but he's just in control of his emotions like that, and doesn't just do rash stuff or say rash stuff out of emotions. And so those are really some of my husband's best practices with me. One of the best practices I think that he has for the family. So my husband is living his dream. He's an only child. I was raised in a big family, 6 kids, mom and dad. He didn't. So he was an only child and would watch the Cosby Show and say, one day I'm going to have a wife and a lot of kids and live in a big house. And so he kind of got it. He's got a lot of kids, a wife, and lives in a nice home, whatever. Where was I going with this statement, babe?
You were talking about a best practice toward the family.
So family for him is, when I tell you everything, I mean, it's todos para la familia. Everything is family for him. Everything is family. And so whatever this dream of having a family was, he takes it serious. So we got these family traditions. And I know I have laughed at you over the years and probably joked around and made you feel whatever about your family traditions. And if you ever come to our house for the holidays, you will know what I'm talking about.
Especially on Christmas morning.
I'm talking, we got traditions. I'm talking about thick, rich traditions, and they don't budge. And so I'm so grateful for that. I didn't realize how important it was until now that our girls are older and they talk about the family traditions. They know the family traditions. If something looks like the family tradition is not going to happen, they like, what is a family tradition? It's a family tradition. But Mom, it's a family tradition. And I realized, gosh, this really matters to them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I've kind of joked with him sometimes about, do we have to do it? Erica, do we have to do it? Do we have to? We don't have to do it. We don't have to. Do we have to do it? And absolutely, yes, we have to do it. And it has become customs and traditions in our family that have made our children, like, they love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I didn't realize how important it was to them. And so
it's actually important for growth and development.
What, traditions, family traditions? Yeah.
Well, traditions help to build a sense of consistency and continuity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which aids in growth and development. So
yeah, and so those are some of our best practices, you guys. You know, one thing I want to teach you all a principle. Like, as much as we're talking about all the good stuff that we do for each other, we could probably have a whole other laundry list
Lord.
of 15 reasons why.
I would have been done push that finish button right there.
15 reasons, 100 reasons why my husband or my wife gets on my last nerve. But here's a principle you've got to know. What you focus on always grows, it expands.
It expands, yeah.
And so if you choose to focus on those things that your spouse is providing you, the good things they are doing for you, and keep your focus off of whatever the deficits may be.
Yeah.
There's always going to be some deficits.
Mm-hmm.
The rule of thumb goes that the very best you're going to get in any situation or scenario, in a relationship or any other scenario, the absolute best you're going to get is 90%.
Yeah.
And so there will always be a 10% gap.
Mm-hmm.
In essence, there is no utopia on the earth. We get 100 in heaven. Mm-hmm. But you're not getting that out of another human being on the earth.
That's right.
The best you're going to get is 90%.
That's
and
the
guess
best.
what? 90% is huge.
That's right.
There will be 10% of your needs or desires that your spouse won't meet.
So why not focus on the 90% that
you
you
got
do have?
90, that's huge. But do you know that you can focus on the deficit, focus on what you're not getting?
People get divorced over 10%.
They get divorced over 10%.
That they don't have.
You better believe they'll get divorced over 10%.
We were just in a counseling session the other night, and it was all about the 10%.
It was all about the 10%, but they had magnified that 10% so huge that it was about to, without intervention, they certainly were headed to divorce.
Yeah.
And it was, it was just 10%.
It was just 10%.
They really were two wonderful human beings.
Oh my God.
Wonderful individuals.
Loved each other.
And loved each other. But that 10%, they had focused on that 10%, and it was about to send them over the edge. Mm-hmm. And so, Tanika says you really need to be reminded of the 90%.
Wow.
So those are some of our best practices.
Yeah.
We tend to stay focused on, we intentionally do it. I intentionally do it. Mm-hmm. It's just my practice, period, to maintain peace in my heart, period. I'm always searching for the good, and I focus there. I wrote a whole book about it. It's called The 5 Laws of Gratitude. And gratitude is about finding and focusing on what is good. It's not about saying thanks. Gratitude changes your life. If you practice gratitude, the way gratitude transforms your life is it trains your mind to find what's good and focus on it. And it changes your life.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's a practice that we do that I think keeps us, you know, for the most part, pretty harmonious.
Yeah.
You know, we
yeah.
have moments, we're human beings, but
I think we reached a point in our life where we're in a flow.
Yeah, it's a flow.
We gotta
we don't
flow.
make a big deal out of too much.
You don't reach a flow overnight though.
Oh no. No.
So for you newlyweds or people who are looking to get married, it's not gonna happen the first year.
You gotta do a lot of personal work, a lot of personal growth and development, and then of course growing together as a couple. Y'all got any questions? Let's see what some people are saying.
Any questions? Any questions
Thank you guys
whatsoever?
For sharing. Thank you for sharing. We got Mama Abby on.
Mama Abby, yeah.
And Dwayne.
Misty
and
Johnson,
Lorna,
Alicia.
And Mika, and so many of you all.
So many
Thank you guys.
people.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this platform, A House United with.
Hey, Kawana, it was good seeing you in Barnes and Noble today.
Oh,
Yeah. She spoke to me, so thanks for the shout out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Listen, thank you, Misty. You said y'all practice laughter too. Absolutely, we do.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that.
Can I tell you something? This is really near and dear my heart, and I don't know why it's so on me to say right now. Well, yes, I do, because of a scenario that we were in visiting someone in the hospital last night. They were in the emergency room, and I believe a lot of it was stress related. Please work to keep stress level low in your life.
It's not worth it.
Especially as it relates to any type of marital conflicts, household conflicts. It's not worth it. It's not worth your health. It's not worth your peace, your sanity. Just squash it.
Yeah.
Just squash it. Listen, it really is not that big.
Yeah.
It really is not that big as it looms to look like it is.
Yeah.
It really is not that big. So that's my encouragement to you. Do y'all have any questions? One of our spiritual daughters, Deanna, she just joined us. Hey, Dee.
Hey, if we got any married couples, mark your calendars for April 27th through 29th. We are planning a premier, fabulous retreat for couples in Charleston, South Carolina in 2018, April 27th through the 29th. And so just keep that in mind. We're getting promo and sign up and registration and all that ready, but it's going to be fabulous. Exclusive in terms of we only have space for 25 couples.
You're going to so hate it if you miss out on this thing. We're so excited about it.
When you see the promos come up, grab your space as quickly as you can.
Jay and Chutney, we love you too, and we would love to see you guys in Charleston along with you, Deanna, you 29. And Samuel, and all of you all.
Yeah.
But trust me when I tell you, when those 25 spaces are up, no matter how much we love you, we have to close the registration. We just have no more room. So we love you all, and be looking for more information forthcoming. And we'll be right here next Monday night, hopefully, if God says the same.
Don't forget about our digital series.
Yeah.
You can go on this Facebook page and find those.
A House United.
A House United with Dexter and Jeanette Howard. 6 phenomenal episodes. You can use them in your couples groups, or for small groups, or just watch them with your spouse. And if you go to our website, ahouseunited.tv, you can download discussion questions that you can use to facilitate small groups. We've had many small groups and couples who have used them, and wonderful feedback is coming back.
Very quickly, babe, there are ways that they can partner with A House United. There are many ways that you can partner with us. You can pray. You can share these House United videos, and also if you want to help us by being an ambassador, if we come to a region near you and we host a House United event, and you say, you know what, I wouldn't mind volunteering, helping you guys while you're in my region. So you can partner with us in that capacity.
If you would like to host us.
Or if you would like to host us, absolutely. That would be great. So God bless you all, and we'll see you very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in.